going to show you a couple different ways that you can collect coins cheap and easy and free. And all you have to do is be able to go to a bank and say, hey, I'd like to get some coins and a couple of items that you can use to preserve those coins. There we go. We have $2 rolls of nickels right here. They come at most banks. You get them for $2. There's no additional charge. If you have a bank trying to charge you a premium on that, go somewhere else. If you're trying to get a roll of quarters, you can always tell them you're doing laundry. Get yourself some laundry done. Make a phone call. But go through your coins, take a look at them, see if there's anything valuable to collect. Inside each roll, you can find rare modern varieties, older coins, or things that are just neat to collect. The Bison coin is from 2005, part of the Lewis and Clark collection. 2004 was 2 designs, 2005, 2 different designs. This is the first of 2 designs for 2005. The next one shows them getting to the ocean on the Pacific. But 2005 Denver, that's a 1-year type obverse there with Thomas Jefferson looking to the right. And that's, if you're going to collect types of nickels, this is a 1-year type, and you either get the buffalo or the ocean one. We put them in tubes. We collect them that way. We wrap up the tubes and we give them a big date on it, and then we put them for sale on eBay or different places. We make roll sets. That's kind of what we do on our channel. Las Vegas Coin Hunter, join us, Las Vegas Coin Hunter, for most of the nights for coin hunting and coin giveaways, giving away silver, collectible coins, mint sets, all that kind of stuff. Lava Turtle, how you doing? Not sure what happened on the previous live stream, but we're here now. This one's going, 2006 P&D. This new design started in 2006 through 2026 now. It's a short set, but difficult to collect for a couple of reasons. 2009, very hard to find. Low mintages, the economy is really bad. And then 2024, the same thing, low mintages, not sure exactly why they didn't make many nickels in 24, but they didn't. And so those are a couple of difficult years. Then you add in the 2008s and 10s. The Philadelphia mints seem to be tough, especially out here in the West, and a couple other different dates. It's a good set to put together and a great way to start collecting coins. You see the date on here, 1992, and the letter next to it, that one's a P for Philadelphia Mint. There's also a D mint that you can find for the Denver Mint. We collect the P or the D. We're putting them in tubes, put them in rolls, and then we keep going over and over and over again until we get rolls and rolls and rolls of each date. It's a way to collect, have a savings account, and then if you get bored and tired of it, just put it right back in the bank. It doesn't cost you a thing because you just kept them at face value, got them at face value, and return them at face value. But in the meantime, have fun collecting. Welcome, Lava Turtle. Hope you're having a good time across the pond over there. Hope the weather's good. Thanks for joining us here. 2000 Philadelphia, different dates. Some of these we keep, some we don't. 1976, that's a 50-year-old coin right there. It's in circulating condition. We would have kept it, except look at the damage on the back rim right there. Something happened to this coin in a slot machine, a phone booth, train track. Someone hit it with a hammer. Who knows what happened to it, but they damaged the coin, and so that's no longer a valid collectible. 2023, 2019, 2015, keeper. We keep some of these teen coins. Here's the Peace nickel, commemorating the 1803 Louisiana Purchase and 2004 Philadelphia date on that one. Definitely a keeper. They made a bunch of commemorative coins, and they actually made a bunch and sold them and circulated through the mint. For the longest time, it had no value. People started dumping them back into circulation, and they're going to start gaining value again here in the near future, in my opinion. 1983, keep your 83 P and D and your 82 P and D nickels. They're still available in circulation. If you find them, put them aside. 1958, relatively common coin, a lot of years ago, but many of them look just like this one. Notice the damage on the rim down here at the 5 o'clock spot, and then the big gash right across his face there. Got slashed across the face. This coin is not collectible. It's worth about a nickel, and it's got the D mint mark on the back, as you can see next to the building, D for Denver. And up through 1964, the coins had the mint mark on the reverse. Then from 65, 6, and 7, no mint mark, and 68 on it's been on the obverse. Here's a 2025, last year's coin. We're keeping those until we get several rolls of them put away. Great to have you, Lava Turtle. Thanks for joining us on Gold Chain Entertainment. Take 2 tonight. Had a couple of opportunities. I'm not sure what's going on with the phone system, but it knocked it out. Here we are in 1992, another year. 92s, 91s, 93s, 94s. If they're in good shape, keep them. That was during another economical crisis in the country, the subprime lending problems with houses and the Big Short video and all that. So the economy was bad, not a whole lot of demand for stuff. I'm sorry, that was a savings and loan crisis. There's so many crises. That was a savings and loan crisis back in the early 90s, not the subprime. Subprime was in the 08, 9, 10, that area, which created other scarcities. But if you go back and look at the history of the country and you look for the economic downturn, the bad time of the economy, it's usually a great time to collect coins, usually. So you can look for the different times when the economy went bad and then collect coins around that. You'll probably do good long term as a coin collector. Thank you all for being here. 408 subscribers to the channel. We're trying to get to 500 in the next couple of days and then get to 1,000 right after that. This will be our 7th monetized channel if we can get that done. And we request you guys help us out. Just hit that like to let the algorithm know you enjoy what we're doing, and subscribe so we can grow the channel. 2021, 2007. This video is being created mostly for the future, for you to watch it in the future. It'll be a timeless coin collecting video for Jefferson Nickels. Jefferson Nickels started in 1938 following the Buffalo nickel, and the first few Jefferson Nickels, very scarce. The 1938 Philadelphia coin was made in pretty good quantities, but people collected quite a bit. The Denver and San Francisco issues that year, under 10 million mintages. The San Francisco 38 is very collectible. 1939 had one of the biggest scarcities of the set with the Denver Mint 1939. And the S Mint coin has about 6 million, very collectible. You get to 1940, they started making quite a few more. 1941, there's quite a few out there. There's a couple different mint mark varieties, a large S and a small S variety for the San Francisco coin. 1942 comes around, they start making regular coins early on, but then they had to switch it over to a silver manganese copper combination as they needed the nickel for the war effort that started in December of 1941. So there's a couple different varieties in 1942. The silver war nickels are distinguishable because there's a large P, D, or S above the building on the reverse side. Look for those and you'll be able to see a silver war nickel. There we got 0.05 ounces of silver in them, 20 coins for a full ounce, a full roll for 2 ounces of silver. They're very much neglected over the years, but as silver skyrocketed, they became quite a commodity. But you'll see as silver softens in price that people will neglect them again. And it's a great way to put them together and slowly hoard silver at a small price point in the future. 1986, middle 80s, Reaganomics was underway. Had some economic up and downs, but there's some really good collectible stuff. 82, 83, 85 quarters, 86 coins are a tougher year. 88 coins are tougher. You'll find that their values will skyrocket in the future, not so much right now, but they will certainly go up in the future. If you got a long time on this earth, it's a great long game, a long hobby. Get yourself involved. If you're a short timer, 10, 20 years from now, some of this stuff may or may not ever have any value significantly above face value, but it sure is fun to put away. And it's a great hobby and a great way to share time with each other. Here's a 2025 Philadelphia. These are super hard to find out west. We're in Las Vegas. And because of that, we keep every one that we find. We've been doing this probably about $5,000 worth of nickels we've gone through. And this is the amount of 2025 Ps that we have found out of $5,000 worth of nickels. That's it. Some days we have multiple rolls. This one we haven't even got a quarter of a roll yet. 2018 P. So when we find a box like this with a lot of Philadelphia Mint coins in it, we're very excited because it helps us fill up those missing spaces in our box right here. 2007. So 2006 through 2026, I challenge you to put a set together, see how hard it is, and then go on to your next challenge after that is go back to 1980 and work your way through. And then prior to that, go back to 1938 and work your way through and see how many different coins you can come up with as you're going through rolls of coins. Some different designs on the back, some more modern reverse. Here's an older reverse, probably the 90s or 80s. We're going to open this one up and show you what I mean. Just has a different kind of a design, retooled dies that they were striking, has a different look to it. You get some of the older stuff, has even a different look. 1994 right there, 1994. Another great year to collect if they're in great shape, but many of them are marked up like this. Lots of markings from slot machines and phone booths and vending machines, all the things that were going on back in the 90s and 2000s. You can see the scratches where they're sliding them across tables to count them. It's just an abused coin, but for 94, it's actually relatively great shape for what you'll find in rolls. So we're going to hold on to that one. Flip this baby over. We'll knock these coins out of the tube and take a look at it. Some tubes are tighter than the others, and you just got to find your way. I like to tear the paper and get rid of it. We'll put them into a slot machine redemption area here in Las Vegas to get rid of them. We pay a small fee. It's a lot less than Coinstar, but we get rid of them, save a lot of time that way, and we go get more coins to do on our channel. So check out Las Vegas Coin Hunter, and then on this channel, if you're watching this, please hit the subscribe button. We'll bring you all kinds of gold chain entertainment, our newest channel. Here was one that looks older on the back side. This is probably in the 70s right here, 1970s. We'll flip it over, 1972. It's just got a different design on the reverse. It's the exact same design, but a different element to the way that they made the dies, the way they carved the lettering, the building itself, the details on it. So 1972. If it was 1971, I'd be very excited. The Philadelphia 1971 is a key date, hard to find. 2010 Denver, the 2009 super low mintage coming out of the, that's the subprime crisis. Coming out of it in 2010, the 2010D, only a couple $100 million were made, when usually they make $500 million to $1 billion coins. That's a low mintage. We recommend you keep those. There's 1993, another of the early 90s. When you find them, they're not destroyed. You want to hold on to them. What do you want to collect? Anything 1963 and before. Some high-grade 1964s, 65 through 1975. Keep pretty much everything there, even the 74s, which were common, and the 73s, which were common, and the 72s. They're not that common anymore. You get past that, 77 on, everything up through 2003 is the old design like this. I recommend keeping those now. It's like when the Buffalo nickels went away, everyone just started hoarding them. Start doing that with the original Jefferson nickel. I think in the long term, your relatives that find them in the barn where you stashed them will be very happy that you did that. And then, of course, there's the commemorative Lewis and Clark coins. And then after that, you want to collect the newer set because they're in pretty good condition. Is this a 1967, 1968, 1965? What 1960s is this one right here? Early 1970s. 1970 right there. 70D, again, just has a different look to the reverse on it. A little bit different than the 71, 72. I heard that they're going to make 2 new coins with President Trump on it. I'm sure they will. I mean, yeah, it's just nuts. It's just crazy. There's so many other things to worry about, and then we're out doing things like that. It's just crazy times in this country. Yeah. Let's solve some of the other issues first before we start doing that kind of stuff. That's my opinion, but what do I know? I'd like to see him put a bird or a statue on it instead. Let's go back to the old Statue of Liberty stuff from the 1800s. Let's bring back some of the early designs of the early 1900s. If we're going to start doing crazy stuff like that. Let's bring back the Winged Liberty dime design or the Buffalo nickel. Anything other than current living people. 71 Cowboys, someone can't sleep, that's right. On our way to the airport here shortly. So I thought I'd fire it up. We did a 10-minute live stream earlier and somehow it disappeared on a new channel like this, newer channel. It's hard to manage them sometimes, and you gone. There's a 1968D. That's a low mintage coin. Most of them are destroyed. This one's not too bad for a 68, but keep all your 68s, 69s, 70s. They're not getting any newer, and they're not getting any better condition. A lot of these coins, we were told years and years ago, they never have any value. There's no silver, they're base metal, and they're not collectible. Well, here we are years and years later, and they're collectible, even though they don't have any base metal. But copper's up. They're about, 8 or 9 cents a piece to make these, or the melt value is in them, depending on the price of copper and nickel. Can't melt them, it's against the law, but if you could. Now, we'll be safe. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you all for watching this. I'm not sure if you heard it or not. 1964. It's time for me to get ready and go wake everyone up and get them to the airport. We'll finish this final roll here. 1980 Denver. The 80s are getting tougher and tougher to find. 76, as long as it's not destroyed, we're keeping those because the 70s are super hard to find anymore. 18. There's so many people collecting coins again. It's taken off as a hobby. The younger kids today are actually getting into it. There's a whole group of people who never wanted to collect anything, didn't want to have any possessions ever, who didn't care, but now all of a sudden it's going the other way, and there's a real big demand for coins and sports cards and all that. Thank you very much for the safe travels. We will definitely do that. Here's an example of a coin where you can find worth thousands of dollars. This is the other version. This is not the $1,000 one. See where the D is for the Denver Mint there? If it's just a little more elevated between the ribbon and the 5, that has upwards of $1,000 value as a variety with a floating mint mark. So if you look for your 1975s, look for that. This one is a damaged 1978. Otherwise, we would have kept it, but it's got damage on the rim. 99, 2006D. But start collecting somewhere. You can't do pennies anymore because no one will give you any. So start with nickels. They're only 5 cents a piece. You can always put them back in the bank. It doesn't cost a whole lot to put away a whole set. You have 26 years or 21 years of the new design at 2 coins each. So you're looking at just under $3 to put together a set of nickels from 2006 on. You may have to pay a little premium for a couple of them to get them if you can't find them in circulation. But I would hold out and try to find them. I've been able to find them. It just takes a lot of effort, and it makes it much more satisfying when you get them. Coin collecting as a hobby is fantastic. Everyone should do it. If you got coins in your cup holder in your car, take a look at them. If you got a drawer at home where you throw your coins in, take a look at them. If they're in a box that you find in storage that you just threw some coins in when you moved one time, take a look at them. You never know what you're going to find. Could be some super value. And we'll have a list available. If you want to get a list of what to collect with Jefferson Nickels, send an email to the channel email, which is stevedennis2121@gmail.com. I'll write it down for you and say, I would like your nickel list. So Steve Dennis 2121@gmail.com and ask for the nickel list. Ask for the nickel list. And you can do that in the subject line. I will see it right away and I'll fire it right off to you. Give you kind of a general outline of what to collect in Jefferson nickels and other nickels as you find them. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next Collecting Nickels right here on this channel. Have a good one.